All right, folks, it's about that time. We're gonna do some pre-emergent. So we got the 4-gallon. I got my Prodiamine WSG water-soluble granules. I got my mix bucket, and I'm gonna go grab my my drill and my paint mixer. So what I'm doing here is, you got my tips all over the place, but obviously I'm gonna stick with this. I showed you in another video what this has done for me. These are the T-Jets. Get a little closer. This is the 11004. So this has been awesome. It makes the sprayer a much more even spray pattern than what those little guys were doing. So, and again, I just have this, it's a 4-gallon hand pump sprayer. Got it on a deal at Lowe's a couple of seasons ago. Works good for what it does, but it takes me about 4 fill-ups to do the whole yard. So we're gonna get going with this. I'm doing a split app. So right now we're gonna be applying, the rates I figured out, it's 1.5 ounces of this to every 4 gallons of that. So I'm gonna measure this out to be 1.5 ounces. This is a little scale I got on Amazon. So I'm gonna be taking the jar, tearing out the jar to zero it, and then adding 1.5 ounces, mixing some of that in this bucket with a little water. And then I fill this about 1/3 of the way with water. Then I'll dump in the mix, and then I'll top it off with water. That way it keeps it nice and agitated and stirred and ready to go. I'm gonna use, I have a paint mixer that I use, and let me show you that real quick with my drill to really help get this mixed well. So this is guy right here. So I'm gonna be using this guy with my drill to go ahead and get it all mixed up. So next time you see this, it'll be going in the tank. Stick around. Here we go with our application. Tear that down to 0. Ounce and a half. All right, so we're topped off. We got our first 4 gallons. Got my red T-Jet nozzle ready to go. And we're gonna go do some spraying. I got my headphones on. Not that there's any noise to be made. It's just, they make good headphones when you're out here doing yard work. Keeps all the noise out unless you listen to some podcasts. So we're gonna go ahead and spray out. We're gonna do my walk pattern. I'm gonna come back, fill it up 3 more times I should say. And then we'll get the Pro G down. All right, stick around. All right, we're filled up, ready for our first passes. I got the 11004 T-Jet, just so you guys can see how much more level that nice even spray. So I walk and I pump. So I do a slow pump as I walk just to keep the pressure constant. No regulator on this, at least not like a dial gauge one. But like I said, this does the job for what I need it to. So, all right, let's get spraying. Prodiamine is down. I'm doing my rinse now. So I rinsed out the bucket, the cups. I did a double rinse in there, just a rinse and drain, a rinse and drain. And then I took the cap off of the top here, filled that with water a little bit, and then I ran it through this to make sure it was all clear coming out. And now I took the pieces, hosed those out, and I just leave everything when I put it away. Let me show you this. I actually put it all right back in top of the strainer there, and I leave everything opened up just like that so it can air dry while it sits here. And that's it. And then that'll sit right on top of the shelf with the lid off. All right, now on to the carbon. We're gonna figure out the app rate for this because it doesn't have a rate to put down for the hand spreaders. Here you go. It's not quite a Milorganite type of product. It's all different size granules, as you can see. It's kind of broken up. It's not hard by any means. Pretty soft, but doesn't clump up at all. So I know last year people were complaining about when they started using this product that it was clumping, but I wonder if that had to do with humidity, maybe how bags were packed or stored. But just to give you an idea of what's on the bag here, just kind of read through that. The compost, the biochar, humic acid. So we're gonna see what this does. I'm really curious to see what this product is all about. So we're gonna go ahead and throw it down, and I will make sure that this time around, I know people commented on it, that I take a look at what it's like at the very bottom when I get to the spread here. Obviously, I still have to do a little wiggle because my fins don't quite hit the bottom, but again, we'll make sure we capture that. But let's go ahead and get this spread. Hopefully we get a little drizzle this evening coming in, and next couple days, and this will all get watered in nicely. So as I'm finishing up my last couple passes here, this is the end of the second bag I'm getting towards. A few things to note. Number one, it's definitely easier to apply than, say, the CX was, because it flows a lot better. I actually set this to 7. Seems like it flows a little better with my walk speed, so there you go. It doesn't clump, but it doesn't necessarily just fall down easy. They say fill it up halfway. I didn't. I just dumped the whole bag in. But I wanted you to see what I do at the end here. You can see the swivel action. Still let the product drop down. Go. All right, I'm gonna finish up here. That's a day. Probably sound a little winded at this point towards the end. Long day, but we got a lot done. So all the beds were raked out, we got all the grass cut, the hedges trimmed up, the beds raked, all that crap moved out of here, the leaves blown away from the house. Did a quick mow just to clean all that up. Then we got a thatch in, a nice good thatch, I should say. We got in there pretty deep with some extra weights. Then I mowed that off, and then we went ahead and did a core aeration. And after the core aeration, I was able to go out and grab the product. And then I also, right before the evening falls, I got the Prodiamine down. So I got my first of my split app of Pre-emergent down. And then I also got the Carbon Pro G, so my first application of fertilizer, if you will. Like I said, we're supposed to get a light rain tonight, later, a little bit more in the morning, but then going into Friday, we're supposed to have, I want to say a wet weekend, but it's supposed to be pretty slow and steady in terms of the rain, which is awesome to get this stuff watered in. So I'm excited to see the results. I'll keep you guys posted. Could just keep saying stick around, because apparently that's how I end all of my clips. But no, that was step one complete in the yard, right? So we finally got some things done. It was nice to have the tractor running again. And thanks for joining, guys. Have a good evening. Talk to you later.